Underneath the lamp he sits and ponders every form and every line. He's here to help you make things fine. Confusing jargon, he breaks it down with a friendly smile, never a frown. He'll tell you about deductions and what you've earned. With Dana's help, you'll never be burned. Tax time, it ain't so bad with Dana by your side. Don't feel sad, refunds and answers to set you free. Tax time with Dana, it's where you wanna be. Questions stack up, forms in a mess. Dana's patience is endless, no stress. Every bracket and every clause, he'll guide you gently with no pause. Planning for next year, he's got a plan. With Dana's wisdom, you'll understand. Credits and claims all laid bare. Dana's expertise beyond compare. Tax time, it ain't so bad with Dana by your side. Don't feel sad, refunds and answers to set you free. Tax time with Dana, it's where you wanna be. With Dana by your side, don't feel sad. Don't feel sad. Tax time, it ain't so bad with Dana by your side. Don't feel sad, refunds and answers to set you free. Tax time with Dana is where you wanna be. Questions stack up, forms in a mess. Dana's patience is endless, no stress. Every bracket and every clause, he'll guide you gently with no pause. Planning for next year, he's got a plan. With Dana's wisdom, you'll understand. Credits and claims all laid bare. Dana's expertise beyond compare. Tax time, it ain't so bad with Dana by your side. Don't feel sad, refunds and answers to set you free. Tax time with Dana, it's where you wanna be. With Dana by your side, don't feel sad. Ooh, don't feel me.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to YouTube's longest running tech show, Tax Talk Live with Dana. And now, here are your hosts, Dana and Caitlin. Okay, that's done. Welcome back, everybody. It is that time. We're locked and loaded. I'm up here with my Red Bull. The beautiful and effervescent Caitlin is in the production room, also known as the living room, monitoring the chat. And we are here for yet another massive batch update party. 2025, this is going to be the biggest update round of updates to this point in the tax season, because so many of the Path Act filers have been waiting for weeks and weeks and weeks. So we had a live stream on Tuesday night, and within 6 minutes of going off the air, the first reports of people's transcripts updating started coming in. So we went off the air. We went on at about 8:30, and we went off at about 9:30, I think. And so it was like 9:36 when I started seeing reports come in that people's transcripts were updating, which usually transcripts wouldn't start updating until midnight. So that happened Tuesday night. And then Wednesday, it happened again, same time, like 9:30, a little after 9:30, they started updating again. So there is hope that while we're on stream tonight, the transcript system could update. However, I will note that as those reports of people's transcripts updating came in, everyone started checking the IRS transcript system at the same time, and then of course the system crashed. So we're going to be on our best behavior tonight. We're going to give everyone a chance to check their transcripts so we don't crash it on other people. But likely there's probably going to be some delays with the IRS site. I expect there to be heavy traffic flow on their website tonight. So kicking over into the chat, we'll see what we got going on here. We will be taking questions, of course. So we got Monica. Is there a reason why my Where's My Refund account is not updating? Yep, so the Where's My Refund account will update once your return has posted and completed the processing to the system. We're thinking that's going to happen tonight for a lot of the people that's been waiting, which means on Saturday, there's going to be a big batch on Saturday morning of Where's My Refund updating for people. And we're going to be talking more about that as the night goes on. Torian Griggs, or Torian, you can correct me. Hello, my birthday is today. Hope mine comes. Okay, happy birthday. Happy birthday. We're celebrating. Cheers. And Mrs. Marie is back in the chat. Got my 846 code on Tuesday. I paid for the 5 days early and received my direct deposit late last night. Nice. Thank you, Dana, for another year. Oh, awesome. Mrs. Marie, thank you. And she gave us a super sticker, $5 super sticker. Thank you so much, Mrs. Marie. We really appreciate it. Brilliance. Where's my refund? Still shows the Path Act. Transcripts show 846 with a date of 2/25. So your transcripts updated overnight last night, which means tomorrow morning, on Friday morning when you wake up, you're going to see the Where's My Refund update with the same date. So Friday morning when you wake up, when they do the updates on Friday morning, you'll have an update on Where's My Refund. That Path Act thing will go away and you'll get the 2 bars. As far as whether you'll get it earlier, that really depends on your bank, because as soon as the IRS approved the refund and put it on your transcripts, they already started the ACH transfer, the electronic transfer to the bank. They notified. That's why some banks release the refunds early and some banks don't. Some banks will not release it until that posting date, while other banks will release it early as soon as they know the money's coming, even if they don't have it yet. So it really depends on the bank. Dharma Bezzy's back. Felicia, mine keeps saying I'm putting something wrong, and I know I'm not. Ooh. Interesting. Sometimes, I don't know how many times you've checked, or if it's been saying that from the start, but sometimes when you check more than 3 or 4 times, it locks you out, and you have to wait 24 hours to try again. It's the only thing I can think of. I bank with Credit Karma. That will likely be the same day of the deposit, so the 25th, well, Tuesday. You probably will see it released on Tuesday, because they usually release the same day. So, thank you everybody for joining us in the chat. As I said, pretty much everything has been going as predicted. I know a lot of the tax pundits were out there saying updates for the PATH Act people wouldn't start till Wednesday. I was quite confident they would start on Tuesday, although I thought they would be Tuesday morning. Instead, they started happening Tuesday night, but we'll take it. And then, of course, Tuesday, Wednesday, I also said that some 05 weeklies would, make it through and get an update. And there were quite a number of 05 cycle code people that did get updates for refunds on Tuesday and Wednesday. That said, the largest bulk of 05s have yet to update, and we expect they will update overnight tonight, maybe as early as 25 minutes from now. I'm going to be checking in on the forums. I've got where's my refund. I got my refund pulled up on Facebook. They are usually the quickest to post when people start sharing and posting screenshots. So we'll keep an eye on them and see what's going on there with them. We've got stuff to talk about. We've got lots going on, lots of action. So tonight, as I said, is going to be the largest system update for people of the season. There's been people waiting since mid-January since they filed and they had earned income tax credit or additional child tax credit, and they've been holding out, waiting, and for many of those people, tonight is going to be the where their transcripts will update. You will not see a Where's My Refund update yet if you haven't yet seen your transcripts update. If your transcripts updated Wednesday night into this morning, you would see a Where's My Refund update. But the people whose transcripts have not updated yet, there won't be a Where's My Refund update until Saturday morning. So just bear in mind, I did see a question come in. Layla asked, is it possible to update with a bad code? It is possible. It's usually unlikely if you've already had your transcript available and you have all the good codes on there, the credits, the withholding, and there's no freeze codes on there yet. Usually you're pretty much in the clear. You're just waiting for the final stage of them to actually release the payment. A lot of times when there's going to be bad codes, they're going to when the other codes pop up with it. If your transcript has been unavailable and then it updates, it could be possible that it would update with a bad code. But in most cases, if you already have, like, for example, I see Mary Reed here in the chat. She says she has a code 150-806-768. It's unlikely hers when it does update, probably tomorrow or maybe even tonight. It's unlikely there would be a freeze code. The next code should be an 846. Matt Swan, this is my third year following you and watching your updates. Thank you both for your continued knowledge. We appreciate you guys coming back. We appreciate it so much. We appreciate the dedication and the patience people have. The Gamboa family. I got mine last year on 228. Do you think this year will be the same? Let's see. 228 last year. Let's look at the calendar. 228. Going back to February. That means this year you would either get it on the 26th. If you were going to... Could likely get it the 26th, or if you weren't in that batch, the next batch you'd probably fall into would be March 5th. So hopefully you'd be in the 26th batch. That would be my guess. So you could very well see, I don't know if you have access to your transcripts and what they look like now, but if you don't, you might wake up on Saturday and check where's my refund and see that you have a deposit coming and scheduled for the 26th, hopefully. Joseph asks, what time tonight will the transcripts be updating? So, I mentioned earlier that the past 2 nights, something unprecedented did happen, where we saw transcripts update earlier than we've ever seen them update. Typically, they do start updating them overnight, typically at midnight. So they could likely start at midnight again tonight. But on Tuesday and Wednesday, they started at 9:30. As I said, I had a live stream on Tuesday. I was thinking there was going to be updates on Tuesday. There hadn't been to that point, so I was a little dejected, thinking I was wrong. And then literally 6 minutes after we went off the air, they started updating. So yeah, world. My account transcript is all blank with an as of date of March 3rd. And my return transcript has a verification non-filing letter. What does that mean? So I actually made a video about this in early February because many people are getting this. And all that means is that your return has not posted. They're processing your return. It has not posted to the transcript system yet, meaning it's still, as of that point, it's still in the early stages of processing. Once it's in the final stages, that's when it kicks the data gets transferred to the transcript system. So that's what we're here for tonight. There's going to be a lot of people who've had transcripts unavailable or who've had them available but haven't had the 846 refund issue code yet. So the next big batch of updates is tonight. It is possible that you're going to see a transcript update tonight. I would caution that you might not get the refund issue code yet, since you're still in that stage where it hasn't posted to the system. So if your return was to post to the system tonight and you don't get an 846 code, but you have all your other codes, that would mean you'd be pushed to the next batch next Friday for that next update next week. But Keita's in the same boat. So I never promise anyone anything. I can usually make some pretty educated guesses on what's going to happen. So in these cases, I would guess you're going to get at least an update where you're going to see the codes, and hopefully you're going to get the 846. But we'll see. Yvette, hello everyone, and welcome this morning. I had a direct deposit rate for the 24th. I've always been a cycle 5. What happened? Why was I chosen early? So I mentioned this the other night, and I mentioned this earlier in the stream. A lot of 05s. This is the first week of Path Act being released, and I have a theory about this I'm going to talk about. And this has happened since 2019. The first week that the Path Act releases, there's always a certain percentage of 05s that are usually weeklies that end up grouped up with the daily batches, and they update a little bit a couple days before Friday or a day or two before Friday. And it's happened the past few years. It always kind of scares the rest of the weeklies because they think there's something wrong with theirs, but it's just, for whatever reason, the system kicks 10 to 15% of those 05s into the daily batches. My theory is that the people that are 05 weeklies, their return was actually completed processing before the Path Act completely completed. It was already done, and the only thing they were waiting for was Path Act to lift so they could release the money. Whereas the people that don't update till the next week aren't really completely done until that week. But that's a developing theory. But for whatever reason, the past few years, this has happened where a few 05s get selected to be processed a couple days early. We are all waiting for everyone to get their updates, their 846. So tomorrow, tonight, throughout the night, and all day tomorrow, a large amount of 05 cycle codes, the largest amount to this point, are going to see their transcripts update. The people that have had blank transcripts, so the non-filing letter, they're going to see their transcripts available, populated with codes. And for most that have been waiting for 2 weeks or more, you're going to see that refund issued code. Now, sadly, there are going to be some people that see some freeze codes. It happens every year. People get selected for a review. But hopefully, no one here is falling into that. But of course, if that does happen to you and you wake up or you wait tonight and you are able to check it and you see a freeze code, you can always ask questions. We can always try to figure it out. Let's see, what was I going to pull? Maybe we'll do a I got my refund check. It's a little early. I'm thinking at least if it's going to happen early tonight, like the previous 2 nights, it's going to be after 9:30. So we'll keep our eye on that. We'll be bouncing back and forth on that. We'll wait and see if there's any updates early. Everyone that updates either tonight or tomorrow, Where's My Refund will update for you on Saturday. That's if you update with an 846 code. Where's My Refund will update for you on Saturday. Gambo, if I filed on 2-3, my transcript says we have no record of a process return. Yep. And you're in 05. Yeah, so I would expect sometime tonight or tomorrow hopefully you're going to see that transcript available, and there will be a record of it with a bunch of codes on it for you. As I said to the other people that haven't had theirs available yet, it may become available to you, but it might not have the 846 code on it yet, in which case you would get pushed to the next week. Paul, Top Notch Fishing, what's going on? Hey, how you doing? Caitlin, am I missing anything?
No, I don't think so. It's lagging.
You're lagging?
My phone is. Miss Marie said she posted on Reddit for people to come over here and check you out. So thank you, Miss Marie.
I must have missed that. Did I miss that? Oh, Mrs. Marie. Thank you so much. Cheers, everybody. I promised I'd be hopped up on Red Bull. Paul got the A46 on 224. Seeing my thoughts if the deposit will drop sooner or not. Well, I'm not sure which bank you have, Paul. It really depends on the bank you have, whether they release it early. Some banks will release it up to 2 days early, and other banks hold it until the day of the deposit. So it really depends on who your bank is. And for example, I've seen on the forums a bunch of people have like NetSpend and Chime, and for whatever reason, they seem to get theirs earlier than the actual deposit date. While people with real banks like Wells Fargo, whatever, Capital One, they usually have to wait until the day of. People that file through TurboTax that use Credit Karma, if they did not pay for the early deposit, they get the deposit the day of the schedule. So that's all in your bank.
Anthony commented.
Anthony, my top code has the date of 2/24. Is there a chance I get pushed next week, or should I get a code tonight? You should hopefully get it tonight or tomorrow. Just bear in mind, everyone, that the transcripts do update throughout the day on Friday. So you could, first off, I'm already predicting that the system's going to crash. It's a foregone conclusion. There's literally like hundreds of thousands of people that have been waiting for the PATH Act to lift, and everyone's going to be checking the transcripts at once and all day. So you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a problem getting onto the system. But when you finally do get onto the system, it can update throughout the day. It can start as early as 10 minutes from now, if we're going by the previous 2 nights, and go all the way through the night into the early morning hours, and then through the day up until about 4 p.m. is usually when they trickle off. So hopefully you get the update tonight. In short. I see a tax code 152 on where's my refund. Does that mean my processing is likely to get delayed for a reason? No, it does not. Just a generic code. Most people get it. Nothing to be concerned about. There are codes that can pop up on where's my refund, and those ones you can usually tell if they're bad because they will tell you flat out that there's something wrong. Or they'll say like, we've sent you a letter, and so those are the ones that you can be concerned about. But yeah, don't read anything about where's my refund 152. So if you can check your transcript tomorrow, like by tomorrow, and you have codes but you don't have an 846 code, where's my refund will not update on Saturday. But if your transcript updates next week, then the next morning, which would be probably next Saturday morning, that would be when your where's my refund would give you the 2 bars next Saturday. So, Jeremy, how do I get my transcript? Okay, good question. So what you're going to do is on the IRS page. Actually, we'll do this in real time because I have my web browser sharing. So let's go back to, is it 9:30 yet? I'll start checking in at 9:30. So we'll go to irs.gov. So here we are on the IRS page. And what you're going to look for is the sign into your account feature. And you'll see three options: individual, business, and tax professional. Obviously, you're going to select individual. And when you select the sign in or create a new account on individual, if you have an ID.me account, you would sign with that. But it sounds like if you don't know how to check your transcript, you almost certainly don't have an ID.me account, in which case you would select the ID.me create an account option. It will verify your identity. I know people are skeptical about doing this. It is officially the IRS website. It's perfectly safe. It's secure. It's encrypted. It's perfectly safe to do. And when you get the ID.me account, then you have access to pretty much everything that's going on to your tax account in real time. And once you do that, you would select your tax records in the ID.me account. You would say, get my tax records. And then I can show you what that page would look like. Nope. I have some other slides here I can share. Just bear with me. I hope I didn't delete them. Nope, that's not that one. Nope, not that one. I got too many slideshows. Okay. So when you select the Get Transcript option, on the ID.me account, you'll get a page that looks like this. It's going to have like 4 blocks with your available transcripts. It's going to say account transcript, wage and income transcript, record of account transcript, and you're going to select the one that says account transcript and the latest year available to you. In this case, it's 2024. And then when you open it, this is like the bottom half. There's going to be a bunch of codes on the bottom, which is where it tells you what's going on with your account and if there's credits and if the refund has been issued yet. I can just pull up a picture of a full transcript online to show you what a full transcript would look like. See, stop that screen. Present. Oh, I see. Okay, she had the wrong one. All right, little one. So this is kind of like what a full transcript would look like. Let me take up the whole screen for you. It would have a bunch of codes. It has all your tax information on it, and the one you'd be looking for would be the 846 refund issued code. So you have like an 846 refund issued with a refund date, and then the amount next to it for how much they issued is what it would look like. That would be the last code once it's completed. Paul says he has an H&R Block Emerald card. I have seen in the past, Paul, that H&R Block has posted early, so you could get it a couple days early. I've seen in the past. Joseph, what time is it where you are? Currently, it is almost 9:30 p.m. And when I say that it started updating at 9:30 p.m., a little after 9:30, that was 9:30 our time.
Eastern
So,
Standard Time.
yeah, Eastern time. My transcript says March 3rd. Does that mean I'm going to get my money? I'm not going to get my money until then? No, not necessarily. Those are always post-dated dates on your transcripts. The only one that tells you when you would be getting your money is that 846 code. And your transcript could update like a week before that happens, which means you'd get it before then. For example, there are a bunch of people right now that have an as-of date of March 3rd. And when their transcript updates tonight, they're going to get a refund date of 2/26. So, Angel says, thank you both for your all help. No problem. So just to recap, we did have some early transcript updates on Tuesday and Wednesday. Unprecedented that it started happening at night, not at, like before midnight. It had actually started happening at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. I went off the air from my live on Tuesday night, and within literally 6 minutes, it was 6 minutes after I ended the stream, the updates started coming in on the forums. The people were getting 846 codes. And it was very surprising because it usually does not happen before midnight. Oh, no problem, Paul. Yes, definitely let us know. You can drop a comment in one of the videos. Let me know. I do love getting people's feedback, and I like to know when they get their stuff. It actually can help, not just me, it can help others kind of gauge time too if they've been following along and seeing how long people wait. So, yeah, definitely let us know. It's all data that we take in, and we can, it helps us, gauge timelines for other people as well. Oh yeah, I gotta check. I guess the question is, are we waiting minutes or are we waiting hours? First question on this post: why do people on Reddit say 9:30 p.m.? Yeah, so like I was saying, Tuesday night I went off the air, 9:36 Eastern time. All of a sudden, the updates started coming in that people were were getting their updates. Where was it? I go off the air, and 6 minutes after I go off the air, I see a screenshot of an 846 code posted. Just waiting for those updates to come in. Okay, back to the chat. Tracy, you guys are amazing. I've been following y'all for 3 years now, and you don't miss a beat. Predictions are always on point. Thank you for taking the time to help us fully understand how the IRS worked. Hey, we appreciate it. We appreciate you coming back. And, yeah, we do our best to take the gauge and the temperature of the IRS and see how things are going. And, you know, I always joke and say it's not like I have a crystal ball. It's just I've been doing this for almost 14 years now, and you get used to the flow of it. So every time I make my predictions, it's very educated predictions from my experience, both as a journalist and just covering this for almost 14 years now, and knowing the system as I did over the years. Although it is starting to change, so there's going to come a time when my predictions won't be completely on point because it evolves and it's constantly evolving. So, but I just try to keep up with it so I can give out the best, most up-to-date information to people. But there are things that are always going to be, like, for example, deciphering the transcripts. Those are always, until they change the formats of the transcripts and change what the codes mean. I have lots of experience with that stuff. So that stuff I can usually really help people decipher and figure out. Dharma Busy says, I wish they had more stuff through. We do have stuff throughout the year, just not necessarily tax related. DSEN is here year round with other content, comedy sketches and watch reviews and vlogs, crafts for Caitlin, and a random slot video here and there.
A lot of review videos.
Tracy didn't get the 846 yet, but watching for it. We all are. That's why we're here. I did mine on February 15th, and I got the 5-day early. When should I see a date? So if I was going to guess, here's my prediction for you, okay? I don't think it's going to update for you tonight. Here's what I think, is that probably next week, you'd be in next week's batch. So next Friday would be when your transcript would update. And then you paid for the 5 days early. So theoretically, the same day that your transcript updates would be the day that you would see the refund, in theory. Because it falls on a Friday. So if nothing was wrong with your return, like in other words, the IRS didn't flag it and review it for anything, I would guess that you would get the update. You'd be in next week's batch, so next Friday, and sometime between Friday to Monday would be when you would see your refund hit. Yeah, it is like a club. It's like a club every year, too, because we always get the same faces. And I appreciate y'all coming back. As long as you guys keep coming, I'll keep making them for you. And we'll keep this club going as long as we can. Even said, I told you last live I couldn't get my transcript, and I woke up to a DD. So whatever was in the same position I was in, check your where's my refund. Yeah. Oh, also, here's the other thing, too, going back to the, where was it? the early refund, paying for the 5-day early refund. The thing I've seen a bunch of people say, like especially Tuesday and Wednesday, is people pay for the 5-day early refund and they got them already. They got their transcripts updated, and their "Where's my refund" still says it's processing, and they've already got the refund because their "Where's my refund" wouldn't update until Saturday. Or for people that got the update yesterday and today, their "Where's my refund" will update tomorrow on Friday morning. People that get the transcript update on Friday, tonight or Friday, their "Where's my refund" will update on Saturday. It's all very confusing, I know. You'd think the IRS would simplify this stuff by now, but there's literally people that are getting that 5-day early refund before the "Where's my refund" ever even updates. Felicia wants to know if you're supposed to put your federal and state amount all together when you go to "Where's my refund." No, it's just your federal amount. Don't put in your state amount or combine the two. Only put in your federal refund amount. Melissa filed on 210. Nothing on transcript yet. Should update today, tonight or tomorrow. Hopefully you'll see that update tonight or tomorrow. Club wait and celebrate. That's true. Brilliance wants to know, the Credit Karma 5-day early refund is different than the refund advance. Yes, it's completely different. In fact, if you got the refund advance, then you didn't get the option of the 5-day early refund. What the refund advance is they give you up to $4,000. They give you half of the amount that you'd be eligible for. So just to simplify it, say you were getting a $4,000 refund, they would qualify you for up to $2,000. If you qualified for a refund that was between $7,000 and $8,000, they would qualify you for up to $3,500. If it was $8,000 or over, you could qualify for up to $4,000. So what they would do is they give you half the refund. As soon as your return is accepted by the IRS, they initiate that deposit. You've gotten half your refund. Then when your refund is approved by the IRS and they send the money out, they take their money back and then they send you the balance. Different from the 5-day early refund. The 5-day early refund, people paid $25 to have early access to their refund. And that's because despite the fact that Credit Karma makes everybody else wait until the day of posting, they do that specifically so that they can charge you the $25 if you want to actually get it early. Any way they can squeeze every penny out of you. My refund was $8,312 and they only advanced $1,000. Oh, wow. Usually more with less refund. They must have been worried this year. Yeah, there is it's not just based on your refund amount, and they claim they claim your credit record and stuff doesn't matter, but you sign, when you do the electronic stuff, signature and stuff, you're signing that it's okay for them to check your credit. So they definitely factor in credit score. They definitely look at, which means if they're looking at your credit card, they're looking to see if you have anything else, credit card debt or anything else on your list too. So I think there's a multitude of things that goes into them deciding how much to offer you for an advance. It also could be based in part on some of the credits you claim, and if they think those credits are high risk to be reviewed and disallowed by the IRS. Happy feet. I did my taxes before they opened. No holds, but the child tax credit, and I got 5-day early option. I'm cycle of 5. Do you think I will get an update tomorrow? Hopefully you would be in the transcript update tomorrow. By tomorrow. if you did pay the $5. If you get the 846 update, then your refund would hit anytime between sometime tomorrow and Monday. If you got the 846 on your transcript. Speaking of, still no updates yet. All right, so it might have to, might be an after midnight type of thing. I have a 7,943. Yep, that sounds about right. About half the refund. You can get up to 4K, and it would be about half your refund. Yeah, I mean, more than likely, the updates are going to occur anytime between 3 a.m. and 4 p.m. tomorrow. That's when like most of the updates are going to occur. I'm watching the forums just because based on what happened the past 2 nights, you know, that was completely unprecedented. That's not something that we've really seen before where they would update that early in the evening.
I've never seen it.
Yeah. So we'll keep watching it. Man.
Sleepy Caitlin.
So, recapping, it is the largest, to this point of the tax season, this is going to be the largest batch of updates that we're going to see. Starting tonight into tomorrow, all the way up until about 4 p.m. tomorrow. I'm predicting the site is going to crash, the transcript site. And if you want to know what the site looks like when it crashes, it's going to look something like this. Present, share screen. Something like that. And why that would happen is there are literally hundreds of thousands of people waiting to check their transcripts, waiting for that update. And the servers get overloaded. They do have a queue of people. So when the system comes back up, they slowly start letting people check, but they like limit the amount of people on the site, and it puts you in a queue. So I tried to log in the other night. It said, you have 34 people ahead of you. And I had to wait for other people to log off so I could log on. Says on mine, is going to be a February 23rd update. ARS. Well, if you can check your transcript, there's likely going to be. Like I said, this is going to be the biggest update for people tonight. Keita says we can't sleep until we see that update. Yeah, I feel like we go through this every year. I'm like every year I'm checking the forums and stuff, and people are like staying up all hours of the night waiting to see the update. It's later for us over here though, Keita, because I know you said you're in California, so you know, when it's like midnight here, it's only 9 p.m. for you. I was going to keep on refreshing the latest comments to see if anyone posts anything. Don't break it too early. Anyone got big plans for their refunds? Yeah, looks like we've got several viewers representing Cali tonight. We won't hold it against you over here on the East Coast. If I'm being honest, I was always a bigger fan of the West Coast rap anyway.
Well, you're on I Got My Refund. I'm on Where's My Refund.
Yeah? And what are you seeing there, hon?
No updates or anything.
No updates?
Is it better than I got to be on I Got My Refund?
I don't know. I mean, I find that I got my refunds the most reliable.
Yeah, this isn't... Okay, 5 hours ago, yeah, that's not...
Joseph wants to know what time the batch party will be till our time. I don't know. Until I run out of fuel. I do have lots of Red Bull. But I do also have to wake up at 3:30 tomorrow morning, so I can't go that late. So, I mean, it's already obvious I'm not going to get much sleep, but because I'm going to be up for a while, but I got to get some sleep. Funny how I love East Coast rap. I'm the guy playing Chicago and East Coast rap only, to which cases people look at me like I have 3 heads. Yeah. Not that East Coast rap is totally trash, but Tupac was always my favorite rapper of all time, so West Coast rap has a special place in my heart.
There's no updates on I Got My Refund or Where's My Refund, so
Okay.
it's the same.
Layla's doing a Costco haul.
That's awesome. I love Costco. We don't have one near us, so...
Yeah. Well, I'm a few towns away.
Where?
I'm sure Caitlin's going to do a Dollar Tree haul.
No, not Dollar Tree anymore. Probably Target.
Anybody else? What are you guys doing? Anybody going away? Anybody fixing their car? Buying a new car? Paying some bills? Maybe moving into a new apartment. Remember when we used to have to do that, hon?
Yep.
When we were really, really poor.
Great times.
Yeah, great times.
We are paying bills and going on vacation.
That's true.
So, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
But at least we can pay bills.
Yeah, it stinks when it's like gone, like before you even get it. I'm cutting out again. That was part of the reason behind our signs tonight. Does that make sense, hon? Yeah, I don't know about.
Positive words words of
I told
affirmation?
Caitlin to make. We each made 2 signs. I said make some inspirational, pick some inspirational words, or
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So we chose like compassion. What'd you get, hon?
Hope and kindness.
Hope and kindness. You know, because on the forums, as I've been perusing, I have been seeing some bickering with people.
Oh boy, it's
And-
nasty everywhere.
Yeah, it's pretty much nasty everywhere. I said, let's not add to it. Let's be positive tonight. But, yeah, but I've always understood. I always understand the people that rely on this money every year, because we have, although we don't rely on the refund every year now, like we are in a position now where fortunately we don't have to rely on it every year. There was plenty of times when we did. So, speaking as someone that's literally been homeless and only had, the refund to their name to try to find a new apartment, or, struggling to put food on the table, we definitely understand the people that need it. Or like we had the year that we didn't have a car and we needed the refund for like a used car. We've been there.
Yeah.
Stephanie's paying bills, unfortunately. Yeah. We're paying bills with it too. Well, paying down some credit card debt and stuff. That's what I should say. But the leftover is going towards vacation, which is what we've done with it the past few years. We've applied it towards vacation. But remember, hon, those years when vacation, like, we never thought it was going to happen. Like, there are things that people in better financial situations take for granted that I feel like we never will because of everything that we've been through. And that's kind of like what I was talking about, like the compassion and stuff, and the empathy and the kindness, because people that have never been through that stuff just don't understand. So, the people that will attack you because you count on the refund and tell you you're miserable with money and you're lazy, and that stuff really irritates me. As a, the lazy thing always gets me. People saying that someone's lazy because they get earned income credit or child tax, a big tax refund because of the credits they get, or because they get food stamps or something. It's like, I was working like 3 jobs and still couldn't pay the rent. I don't know how that's lazy.
Far from easy.
So, I get it, people. There's a reason why people count on this money every year. I totally get it. And even if it's something that you don't need, it's still something that, like, you're entitled. It's still like the refund you're getting, you're entitled to. So why shouldn't you want to know where that money is, and where it's going, and when and how long it's going to take? I have way too many slides on here. I think I can take this one down. It's affecting my screen, so it's making it harder for me to see what I got going here. If you haven't already done so, make sure you like the video and subscribe, because my producer, Caitlin, as beautiful as she is, hasn't really been reminding people she's not doing her job. Make sure you like and subscribe.
People in the comments. All right, I'm sorry. Everyone, please like and subscribe.
At least the like count is matching up with the viewer count, so that's a good sign. And I'm sure as people are watching, they're probably checking all the forums too. I'll check Reddit as well.
I just checked. I got.
I'll tell you what site I won't be checking is X, because I deleted it a few weeks ago. And I'll be honest, it's the best decision I ever made, because it was making my head spin. Funny that I went under Reddit. It just defaulted to tax refunds. That's how you know you need to be checking those forums too much.
I'm when I got my refund and there's still nothing.
Yeah, it's looking like more and more like it's going to be like a midnight update, I think. Midnight Eastern time. Look at Joseph really pushing for it. Oh, maybe I need it. Maybe.
Oh, your mic cut out? Oh, that's too bad. Oh, no. Oh, no.
It's like you knew what I was going to say.
No. You weren't going to say anything.
I was going to say, maybe I. Oh my God.
No.
Maybe I need to hire a new producer.
No.
Oh. So what? One of the most crucial times of the broadcast tonight. What I need everyone to do is to I have been holding off on this big surprise for everyone, and I totally forgot all about it, but I just remembered. So what I need everyone to do right now is to reach under your seats. Go ahead and reach under your seats, and you should find an envelope. Oh, why don't you open up that envelope and tell us what's... Oh, my goodness. Oh! It's an 846 code. Oh, you get an 846. You get an 846. Everybody gets an 846.
The neighbors love you right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I had the audience sound way too low. It ruined the effect. Could you hear the clapping? I could barely hear it. Here are your hosts, Dana and Caitlin. I just wanted to play this song, but I didn't upload this song without that intro. Sorry for blowing everybody's ears out. Every gets an 846. I can't believe I forgot to do that. I'm supposed to do that like a half hour ago. I totally forgot. I really did forget about it. I had this big plan, this big joke planned, but you even forgot about it, hon. I could tell you forgot about it.
No, I thought you were doing it later in the show. I didn't know. I thought you were doing it before.
Well, I did. Well, I was going to do it around 9:30. That is later in the show. But you even forgot about it because you didn't realize what I was doing.
No, I didn't. I guess I did. I meant... No, I reached into the thing. I knew what to do. What are you talking about? It magically appeared underneath my chair. Fun times here at DSEN.
Joseph with the report. The site just crashed. There's a shocker. Yep, it's not letting me in. Whatever we can do in the mood. Destiny reveals, praying we all get our refund tonight. Refund date tonight, yes. Tonight or tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow will be acceptable. So I'm just hoping that all the hundreds of thousands of people checking their transcripts all at once doesn't crash the site the entire day. But that's my biggest prediction. Other than that the most amount of people are going to get the update, is that the site will crash. I'm so mad at myself that I waited over an hour to do the you get a refund. I had that planned for so much earlier. Half the people that were here missed out on it. Maybe missed out on the fun. So I know people may lose heart if they check their transcripts at like 3 in the morning or 6 in the morning and don't have an update yet, but it can all the way up until about 4 p.m. tomorrow. So if you don't have it first thing, you can certainly still update throughout the day. Most of us know nothing about transcripts. Thanks to you, it was kept a secret until you told us about 21. Well, I'll be honest with you, Yvette. I've been on the transcript train since 2012, 2013. 2013, I think, is when I did my my investigation in the IRS for the radio, and that's when I learned all about the system. And after the issue, I was the news director, and I had all this information that I didn't know what to do with. I just dumped it all on YouTube. So, and it's the knowledge may expanded since then, but I was trying to sound the alarms on transcripts all the way back in 2014. But I'm glad I can I'm glad people have found it. Glad people find it useful. You know, it's not going to, like a lot of the information I learned and have shared over time, it's not necessarily going to help you get your refund faster, but it lets you know what's going on with it, what could be potentially holding it up, or the timeline it falls under. Things that the IRS doesn't make quite clear to people. For those of you that just joined us, we talked earlier tonight about what's gone on so far this week. There was path updates. So you'll be seeing on the forums and stuff, and a lot of people saying, oh, path didn't lift until the 17th or whatever, which was a holiday, which is path officially lifted on February 15th. What is path? Path is the Protect Americans from Tax Hikes Act. And it's been in place since Obama was president. And it delays everyone that gets earned income credit or additional child tax credit until after February 15th. So this year, February 15th, fell on a Saturday. So if PATH lifted on February 15th, but it was a Saturday, when returns dates to the system do not happen. They don't happen on Saturdays. They don't happen on Sundays. And they don't happen to the transcript system on holidays, which Monday the 17th was. Because of that, the first path updates on transcripts were not sure until Tuesday. So we had a live stream on Tuesday night in anticipation of the updates, and about 6 minutes after I went off the air about 9:30. At about 9:36, the first reports of people seeing the 846 code on their transcript started happening. At which point, I said to Caitlin, maybe I should go back on.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be the last with the breaking news. But I had to wake up early in the morning, so we just decided, let it be. We can always do an update video or talk about it tonight, which we're doing now. So what happened Tuesday night? People started seeing updates. Wednesday night, people started seeing updates. So basically what I was expecting was going to happen did happen. And as I said, some 05s, people with the cycle code that ends in 05, that would normally fall under the weekly batch, did land into the early but daily batches, which has been happening every year since 2019, where a few of the 05s get bumped into the daily batch processing the first week of path. After this week, if this year is like previous years, that's not going to happen again. In other words, after this week, if you're in 05, the only day you're ever going to possibly see an update is on Fridays to your transcripts. And where's my refund? On Saturdays. If your cycle code is an 01 through 04, you could see it on an update on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So, where does that leave us? Tonight is Thursday night. There have been no updates to the system yet. So I'm not thinking the system is going to begin updating for the transcripts until midnight Eastern time. And what will happen at that point is there'll be a slow trickle of updates to the system where people will start having the 846 code. People's whose transcripts were previously unavailable will suddenly become available and populated with codes. Some people are going to update and they're going to see the dreaded 570 or 810 freeze codes. It's going to happen. It happens every year. The system picks people out. The other thing to keep in mind that happened this year, and just happened literally today, right before I went on, a few hours, 5,000 IRS employees were let go. How does that impact taxes? There's no breakdown available on who those employees were. But because of the layoffs, it could impact if any of those people were in the errors department. It could impact the review time. It could also impact whether or not they're going to make more or less returns available for review. In other words, are they going to just push more through because they don't have the staff? Or are they going to let those reviews pile up and take longer because they don't have the staff? So that all remains to be seen. But what we're hoping is that most people, I mean, I would love it if everyone, because I know if you're watching these videos, you want your money, and I want you to have your money, and the IRS probably doesn't, but I want you to have it. I know we want to have it. So hopefully those of us that have been waiting are going to see the 846 either later tonight or sometime tomorrow. And then on Saturday morning, we can check where's my refund, which is kind of pointless because once you have the 846, you know you're good. But we all do it anyway. We all check where's my refund anyway, just to be sure, just to get that second, confirmation to us that we're going to get our money. And where's my refund will update on Saturday morning. If you don't have access to the ID.me transcript system and you've been waiting, you're probably the earliest you would see an update to where's my refund. I mean, I suppose you could see it tomorrow morning, but probably on Saturday morning. The people that updated on Tuesday into Wednesday that saw the 846 code, so the 18th and 19th, there, where's my refund updated today. And the people that updated last night into today, so if you checked last night after 9:30, or you got the update sometime today, and you got a refund date of 2/25, your where's my refund will update tomorrow. Shanta Brown, I got my 846 today. Supposed to get my refund on 2/24. Well, there you go. Congratulations. So those of you that have been waiting, we're in the home stretch. Like I said, this is every year this is the biggest batch of updates, and this is the year every year that the system does crash on Friday. So we're expecting the transcript system to crash. So we're going to have to be patient with that as well. After Joseph in the chat let us know that the site crashed. When he tried to check, I tried to check shortly after, and indeed I couldn't get on. So we are watching some of the forums.
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Someone just said 2 hours ago, mine just updated, oh my god, I'm freaking out. And then I can't see the other comments. I don't know.
Yeah, well, they probably didn't update 2 hours ago. They probably updated earlier, and they just didn't, they probably updated either earlier today or last night, and they probably just didn't know. That would be my guess. Or the system was unavailable to them.
It's the only person I see say that. So.
Yeah. Sometimes if you just see one person saying something, it's probably either a misunderstanding or just it's just not true.
Yeah.
Like every year you get the people on February 2nd saying, oh, I'm on PathAct and I just got my refund. It's like, yeah, no, you're not. You're either lying and you didn't get your refund, or you're not on PathAct and you misunderstand what who PathAct applies to.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I updated for the first time February 14th with a 766, 768, and 570. I haven't ever received a hold code. I was told from the rep I was selected randomly. This sucks. That does suck. I saw your comment pop up and my heart sank. And I'm not even exaggerating. I see people with the 570 code and it bums me out. Ugh, I hate seeing that code. And they don't tell you. Like most of the time they don't tell you what it's for. Like in your case, it was just random. It's not even, but I can tell you that it's not random at all. Like they say it's random. It's just because they can't see on their end yet. Or some don't have the authority to see what it is. It's never really random. I've made a video on what causes holds before. There's usually something that triggers it. There's some sort of either credit change or some sort of situation change that will trigger it, or something claimed, or there's always some reason behind it. It's never actually random. And I hate it when the reps say, oh, it's random, because sometimes it is something that you can do something about to expedite it. And if they would just tell you, or if they gave them the ability to let them see what it is sooner, it's frustrating. It is frustrating. We were in review one year for like a month and a half, and every time I called, they couldn't tell me until I finally got someone to let me know. It was like one of the deductions I took. I had itemized deductions, and they were looking into my itemized deductions.
That was painful.
And that was frustrating. But like, you just tell me that, and if you need any documentation from me, I'll send it to you. Ultimately, they didn't need to, and it was fine. And shortly after that person, I talked to that person and verified some of the info with them. They just pushed it through. But who knows how long it would have taken if that person didn't help me out. No problem. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what your situation is specifically, but if I had to guess, there could be something that was different from this year over last year that triggered the hold that they're looking into. Like I said, I just hate it when the reps say, "Oh, it's random. You were randomly selected." You're never randomly selected. It's just a complete. I don't want to call it a lie, but like the system is programmed to detect things, and it doesn't mean that you did anything wrong. It's just the way the system's programmed. So it detects something and it says, "Oh, look at this person's return." It's not really a random selection. It's this doesn't look like, this looks like it could be wrong, or this doesn't look quite right. Look at this. It's not really a random thing. Sometimes I've seen what happens too with people, like maybe they moved. That can trigger it sometimes. I mean, there's a whole list of things that people get held for, but yeah, that's my tomorrow. I'm going to be very excited to see the comments on the videos. I'm sure the people will be commenting on this video. I'm going to be very excited to see the people happy to get their 846s, and I'm going to be really bummed out when I see the people getting the 570s. It always bums me out. Don't be afraid to bum me out, guys. You can let me know. I'll help you and talk you through it in any way I can. I just like, I feel for you. You know, that's what I'm trying to convey, is that I do feel for you, because certainly I've been in that position too. So I forgot where we left off. Where did we leave off on? Do you remember what I was talking about?
We were checking the.
Yeah, I feel like I was on a track of like
No, you let everyone know about the layoffs at the.
Oh, we talked about the layoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're waiting to see how that's going to affect. I might have to make a video on that if it does look like it's going to affect things. Wonderful time to lay off IRS employees right in the middle of tax season.
Oh boy.
I suspect the people it's going to affect most. Well, first off, I think a lot of the people they let go. I'm pretty sure are going to be mostly call reps, which isn't going to have that much effect on taxes. But I'm guessing there's also going to be a lot of auditors that they let go too. So if someone is being audited, people that are getting audited, not reviewed, there's a difference between an audit and a review. People that are getting audited, that would have a big effect on too. But they haven't released what the breakdown is, other than say they're they're probationary employees, meaning they were in their position less than 1 to 2 years, which doesn't mean that they were at the IRS 1 to 2 years. I got some sources. I got some, being in my local government, I have some sources, and I was speaking to someone that has a family member that was let go of the IRS, that had been at the IRS for 20 years, but they had been in their position for 6 months because they took a promotion. So they were probationary because of the promotion they got. So after 20 years, they were let go. So that's another thing I've been getting upset at lately when I see people celebrating some of the stuff going on. Like, yeah, maybe it's good for the government to save money, but there are people's lives that are being affected and losing things. Stanley Wilson, I watch you every year around tax time. You give good information. Well, thank you. I try to. Appreciate you coming back. Appreciate all of you for tuning in. Some of you may have missed about a half hour or so ago when we did our grand reveal. Under everyone's chairs was 846 codes.
Funny name.
So hopefully, going back to the transcript updates. So we're not seeing any. We're looking at the forums. I mean, like I said, I've been checking. I got my refund because they're usually on point. Like immediately, as soon as people start reporting them, you'll see the updates, and they'll post. The administrators, the administrators there will start posting screenshots. Nothing yet. We've been checking, and so it's looking more and more like it's going to be 12 a.m. Eastern time when it starts updating. And it'll be a slow trickle. Most people will update between 3 a.m. 3 a.m. to 10 a.m. is when most updates will, like the big bulk of updates will occur. And they'll start wrapping up the updates around 4 p.m. tomorrow. And this is to the transcript system, not to the Where's My Refund transcript. Where's My Refund will update for people whose transcripts updated last night and today. So the people that will see Where's My Refund updates tomorrow, Friday morning, will be the people that have just updated their transcripts last night and this morning. And then the people whose transcripts update with the 846 tonight into tomorrow, their Where's My Refund will update Saturday morning. And that date you're going to be seeing is Wednesday, 2/26. Provided you get the update, and provided that update does not have the dreaded freeze code. But as I've told people, some people have asked in the comments too. I'm not going to go all the way back and search through all those. But if you have updated over the past couple of weeks with the codes populated on your transcript, and it's all the good codes, 768, 766, 806, 150, and there's no freeze code when it does update with the refund issued. When it does do the update, it's unlikely it would have a freeze code after that. So it's more than likely it's just going to update with a refund issue code. The 570 would normally update when the other codes hit your transcript. Not impossible to have a whole code come after all the other ones, a week or two later, but unlikely. And yes, it does bum me out when I see people's 570 codes, but I still want to be able to help you, so don't be afraid to let me know if you get the 570 code. You can leave a comment, and we can try to figure out what's going on with you. Everybody's tax situation is different. But
No updates yet.
no updates. I think this is the longest we've streamed in a single stream in
A while, yeah.
Yeah, in quite a while. I do apologize. I cannot stream until the first updates hit. I was hoping to, because I was hoping the first updates were going to hit at around 9:30 Eastern time, but they didn't. Although, if I'm being honest, I didn't think they would. I don't know what it is about the weekly batch processing, but the weekly batch processing always seems to get the shaft. We have to wait the longest. Yeah, we have to wait the longest. And they usually don't update earlier like they do for the other people. The chat's losing stream too, so I'm not going to feel so bad when we have to sign off.
Yeah, I'm fading. Sorry. Long day today.
Maybe drinking like 4 cans of Red Bull was a mistake for me, because
Oh gosh.
I'm going to have a very hard time going to sleep. Between the 4 cans of Red Bull and the anxiousness of, is the transcript going to update?
Yeah.
And then I have to wake up at 3:30? Oof.
I don't think that's good for your heart, honey.
Oh, it's
Literally.
it's beating out of my chest right now. You guys could witness me having a complete health breakdown right now.
Please don't say that.
And my other prediction for tomorrow, as I was talking about predictions, so how I think it's going to go, I do think the transcript system absolutely is going to crash. Hundreds of thousands of people overloading the IRS servers, trying to check their transcripts all at once, is almost certainly going to crash the system. It's been crashing all week. It's going to continue to crash.
I just checked. There's nothing.
Kita, the anxiety tax season drives us crazy. I know. It's like I was saying earlier, like it's not even like we really need the money that desperately anymore, but like when you know you have something outstanding and you know you're expecting something to come in, it does make you very anxious. And then for the people that really desperately need it, like I said, we've certainly been in that position before too. We're like, ugh. It really is anxiety inducing. Hey, I'm looking at this Facebook comment.
I can't see. Hold on. I can't see. Is it on I got my refunds?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can blow it up. Direct deposit $10. Me at $5 below. Where's the $6 stuff at?
That's funny. They really are making us wait. Oh, well.
Well, all you gotta do is stroll through the forum comments and you can see that we're not the only ones freaking out. I'm just wondering if I'm freaking out because of tax anxiety, or am I freaking out because of 4 cans of Red Bull? I can't decide.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to keep my composure, though. I'm gonna try to keep my composure! I'm not gonna freak out!
Like it's wild style, got the answers ready, no need to guess. Tax refunds coming, no more stress. Deductions and credits, we got them on lock. Lucky 2 forms that he knows how to rock. Got questions in your head, don't fret. Dana's got your back on every bet. Tax time, with Dana. Turning paperwork into entertainment. Tax time, no need to panic. Dana's here with most of dynamic. Crunch those numbers, feel that beat. April's breeze never felt this sweet. Hold tight, your refund's near. With Dana, there's nothing to fear. Fall into write-offs, he breaks it down, turning tax talk into the best show in town. Got your back through the deadlines tight. Dana's assistance makes the future bright. Tax time, Dana, turning paperwork into entertainment. Tax time, no need to panic. Dana's here with most of dynamic. Deductions and credits, we got them on lock. W2 forms, yeah, he knows how to rock. Got questions in your head, don't fret. Dana's got your back on every bet. Tax time,
Some of these comments on Facebook are crazy.
entertainment. Tax time, no need to panic. Dana's here with most of dynamic. Tax time, with Dana, turning paperwork into entertainment. Tax time, no need those numbers, feel that beat. April's breeze never felt this sweet. Hold tight, your refund's near. With Dana, there's nothing to fear. From falling to write-offs, he breaks it down, turning tax talk into the best show in town. Got your back through the deadlines tight. Dana's assistance makes the future bright. To tax time with Dana. Turn paperwork into entertainment. Tax time, no need to panic. Dana's here with moves so dynamic. So dynamic. Dana's got the answers right at your command. Tax refunds.
I didn't even get this far in the slideshow I made for today. I made to show what a completed transcript would look like. Let me turn down the music.
Yeah.
So this is what a completed transcript will look like when you have the 846 code. And this is obviously an older one. But you would have your tax return filed. You would have your withholding, your credits, earned income, 766 for child tax credit. And the code we're looking for is the 846 refund issued. So I think we're going to go for 12 more minutes. We'll make it an even 2-hour broadcast, and we'll call it a night from our end. But just because we haven't seen the updates tonight, have no fear. They will be occurring around midnight. But we'll stay on for another 12 minutes. So just in case that they do come up, and we can at least know there is some movement going on. Even though I know there's going to be movement, I don't like... That's the thing that's funny is like I'm having anxiety over this, and I know there's going to be I know they're going to update tomorrow. There's going to be a massive amount of updates tomorrow, and yet I still have anxiety over it. Keita wants to know when I'm going live again. Oh, I'm not sure. Could go live shortly tomorrow night for the Where's My Refund updates that are going to occur on Saturday, but could be next week for the next round of batch processing updates. I haven't decided on the live schedule yet. What I have been doing lately is when there's been newsworthy things occurring, I do tend to want to get on the live as soon as possible. So, nothing etched in stone yet. It's going to be... actually, I have a school committee meeting next Thursday. So I don't know if I'll be able to stream next Thursday. Well, whenever anything newsworthy does happen, I'm going to try to get on as soon as possible. Whether it's a live or whether it's making a video to put out there for information for people.
Still nothing.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Well, I'm going to be the calming presence and the voice of reason here, and let you know that just because things didn't update early tonight doesn't mean they're not going to update. I mean, the past has taught us the weeklies, especially the first Path weekly batch, typically doesn't update until after midnight anyway. So history tells us that's when the updates are going to happen, is after midnight, and most of them will happen between 3 a.m. and 9 a.m. So, just reasonably speaking, that's when we can most expect the updates to occur. And when the system inevitably, I had too many Red Bulls and I can't speak. Inevitably crashes tomorrow, and you can't check your transcripts because of it, don't panic. Because when it comes back up, you're going to pull the transcripts up. You're going to hit that account transcript button for 2024. And you're going to see at the very bottom, an 846 refund issued, 2/26/25. Or you're going to see a 570 and we're all going to cry. But hopefully it's the 846 code. If you've had the codes, if you had the good codes for the past couple of weeks or all week or whatever, without the 846, it's probably going to be the next code you're going to see. Seeing anything there, honey? No. What about the other one? What about the other one? What about the other one you were checking?
Where's my refunds?
I mean, we may end up going live tomorrow night. I don't know, it depends on how tired I am. If the worst happens and there are no updates, which is not going to happen, but if that was going to happen, we'd almost be forced to do a stream to talk about that. That's not going to happen, though. Shouldn't even say that because it's not going to happen. So yeah, everyone's getting ready to go for the evening. We are too. Gamboa family, good night. Thank you for joining us. Joseph, thank you for joining us. Keita, thank you for joining us. Lee, for joining us. Annie, thank you for joining us. Stanley, thank you for joining us. Everybody, Dharma Pezzi, Yvette. Everybody, all of you, thank you for joining us. Some of you have already gotten your 846s. Some of you have yet to get them, but we know we're going to see them tomorrow. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. I hope you guys all wake up tomorrow and you are able to get into the system. Be patient. We know it's gonna crash. don't panic. But when you do get into the system, I hope you see an 846 if you're watching this video after. And say you check your transcripts and there's some not so good codes, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Like I said, it does bum me out when I see it, but you know, I still want to be able to help you guys out, give you guys whatever info I can, or just even to commiserate with you and show you guys some empathy, because I totally understand. So hope everyone has a good night. I hope we all see the 846 tomorrow. We have good news. We can celebrate. Pop the metaphorical champagne, tequila, or vodka, or whatever you want to, Diet Coke, whatever you want to drink.
No Red Bulls. Not Red Bulls.
The wife's cutting me off on Red Bull. I hope everyone has a great night. Until next time, maybe we'll go on tomorrow night. I'll figure it out. If it is, if we do, it'll have that notification bell so you'll get notified if there is going to be a live stream. Good night, everybody.
Hey.
Take care.